Today I'm back from the 31st SEA Games in Vietnam and I'll be sharing with you an interview with Kieran Tuntivate. I really enjoyed speaking with him and I hope you guys enjoy it too. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, I'm Ethan Yen from Singapore and today I'm here with Kieran Tuntivate of Thailand. And we are here today at the 31st SEA Games in Hanoi, Vietnam. So how are you doing, Kieran?
Good, thank you.
Okay, so for more background information, Kieran is a runner for both the Thailand national team as well as the Bowerman track club. He graduated from Harvard University and was part of their track and cross-country team as well. So he went on to attain bronze at the 2018 Asian Games and gold medals in the 2019 SEA Games before representing Thailand at the Olympics 10,000 meters. So as the SEA Games is coming to an end, what are your plans for the remainder of the year and the following year as well?
Yeah, some plans are to hopefully compete at World Championships in July in Eugene.
Okay.
And then since Asian Games were postponed, then if they're next year, then I hope to be there. The Southeast Asia Games next year in Cambodia as well. And then hopefully just prepare for World Champs in Budapest and then Paris after that.
Okay, that sounds really exciting and it's definitely relevant to what we are about to talk about today. So tell me more about yourself and about your running journey since young. What led you to pick up running when you were young?
Yeah, mostly just I started because my brother was running, older brother, and I think a lot of younger brothers like to emulate their older brothers.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then also the aspect of just like the camaraderie and friendship that you make on running teams and being able to run with people, that really drew me in. So probably those two things were the biggest aspects.
Okay, so is it fair to say that your brother was one of your idols growing up in the running scene, or are there any other heroes or runners that you really looked up to in your running journey at the early stages of your career?
Yeah, definitely early stages. My brother was the one that I was following the most, like trying to keep up with him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I mean, like things changed a lot. So I still look up to my brother, and then lucky now to have a lot of great teammates that I also look up to, from like Lopez to Mo to some of the other guys that are even younger, like Mark and Grant. Those are all my teammates. They all represent like countries from around the world basically, and they're all just great role models.
So what would you think Singapore hosting the World Championships in 2025 would mean for your country, or let's say your family and yourself? Would that be much better since it's nearer proximity to home?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be huge, especially because like in my home country in Thailand, lots of family there obviously, so it would be a little more accessible for people in Thailand to view it, given the time zone would be compatible. And then also like the attention that Thailand has towards athletics is really focused right now in Southeast Asia Games. Like there's a ton of enthusiasm, and I think having world champs in the region will also draw some of that same enthusiasm. So yeah, that would be pretty huge.
So do you think this could further inspire the young kids or aspiring runners to really aim high for the biggest stage in the world, to really strive for it and do well at the world level? Yeah,
definitely. I think a lot of what inspires people is just seeing that representation and seeing what's possible. So having something that's close in proximity, but also something that everyone can get excited about in the region, that was definitely will inspire a lot of people.
Okay, so do you think this is something Thailand could do in the future as well? If let's say Singapore would be the first in the region to host a world level athletics meet, would you want to see Thailand do something similar as well?
Yeah, I think they definitely can, and I would love to see it. I would love to be there as well. I think that the enthusiasm is there, and I think the capabilities are there to do it. So it's just a matter of being granted the opportunity, I guess.
Okay, that'll be exciting.
You want to test right now?
So In comparison, the Southeast Asia region in athletics performance is rather lackluster as compared to the rest of the world. So, what would you think could be reasons for this?
I mean, I think a lot of the reason is just like what people see when they're growing up. So, like if you're a kid growing up in Thailand, for instance,
Yeah.
and you look to who are the sporting heroes in the country, a lot of them will see soccer players or boxing athletes. So there's not anyone really that they can look up to and emulate. I think that's one issue, is just they don't know what's possible or what they're capable of. So yeah, that's one issue. And then I think the second issue is just providing structure for younger people to for younger people to run.
So, moving on to the next question. As runners, we often encounter obstacles and challenges such as injuries, sickness, which disrupt our training. So I understand now that you are currently recuperating from an injury. So what is your mentality approaching this injury, and how do you ultimately overcome such obstacles and challenges and emerge stronger?
Yeah, I think a good mentality to have is to just go day by day. So there isn't really a good way to come back from an injury, especially if you're rushing it. So really be patient and focus on getting the most out of yourself every day while still giving your body an opportunity to heal.
Okay.
So yeah, right now I'm not running, but I'm spending a lot of time doing everything I can outside of running to make myself better when I can run again.
Okay. So will you say that this is your mentality when you are chasing timings and performances where you go day by day and just try and get a little bit better every day?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of coaches would agree that a good way to get better is to focus on the process goals.
Yeah.
So instead of thinking about your biggest dream or the big picture, you think about little goals that you can achieve on the way, and little steps that'll help you achieve the big goal in the end.
Okay, so I think for people like myself and other fellow runners back home in Singapore, many of us are young runners and aspiring runners wanting to do better. We look up to people like you who are running really well and from our Southeast Asian region. So what are one or two pieces of advice you would give to younger aspiring athletes?
The first advice I would give is to find an environment where you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then it's going to be hard to continue in the sport. So joining your friends or making sure you're enjoying every day. That's probably the first bit of advice. And then the second bit of advice is to just take your time. I know it's easy to get frustrated when stuff doesn't come immediately, but the great thing about running is as long as you keep going, then things will get better. You will improve. So
okay. So another fun question. So who would be your favorite teammate on the Bowerman Track Club team?
I can't decide. I think everyone is so amazing. So yeah, it's impossible to decide.
Perhaps you could name a couple of one or two guys who you are really close to and enjoy being around.
Yeah. I mean, I live with Grant Fisher and Mark Scott,
okay.
So obviously I enjoyed living with them and being around them.
Yeah.
Mark is a great person to live with because he is very clean.
Oh, that's nice.
He keeps everything very tidy. So yeah, that's. I think if you're choosing one person to live with, you should choose Mark Scott.
All right. Yeah, that'll be the end of the interview.